Unported.
Hey, poopy head.
Does
that be how we start every video?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, poopy head? Okay, friends. We wanted to share something that we are doing. We originally were not going to do that quite yet, but we have decided that one, we want to update people because we have told some people and it's kind of fun to film videos and talk about it this way, and also so that we have the memories and videos for ourselves to look back on.
I also think that we were... Sorry.
They don't know what we're doing yet.
I know, but I'm just saying that, like, I think part of it too is that initially what we're about to share going down this journey, we were afraid and nervous on the outcomes that it could be and all sorts of things. But I think, like, we've kind of just prayed about it a lot too, and thinking that, like, no matter what happens, best case, worst case, it's still our story.
Yeah.
And so even if it is, no matter what, we still want to, whoever's going through it, amazing or not, or whatever it ends up being, of not being afraid to share that, because it is part of us, or it will be part of us and everything. So not being afraid of sheltering that and hiding anything there too.
Because even if it doesn't go exactly as we have planned, we would probably still share it.
Yeah.
Because I think it's important to share your story. We both think it's important to, like, share your story and your struggles because they can help people.
Yeah, so I think we've teased it up pretty good now.
So we are doing IVF. We started the process in in-vitro fertilization. We started the process in January. Do you want to talk about why?
Yeah, because of me. So seriously though, 95% of men who have cystic fibrosis are infertile, so not able to have children. And it's also across CF as a whole, but actually Trikafta, which is one of the new medications that's kind of a modulator for the CF gene, specific types of CF gene. It's actually seen and really helped a lot of the female population within CF to be able to have kids where before they might have not been able to. But for males, it's a different reason, a different cause. So it is 95%, if not a little bit higher, can't, and of course fall within that 95%. So we knew this before getting married, and we definitely talked about it, and I mean, I've kind of always known it as well too, but you know, we knew that really we had two options in front of us. One is IVF, the other is adoption. So we do plan on adopting someday, and we hope to adopt someday, but we knew that, you know, IVF, the younger you are, the higher chance of success you have, and a couple other things around there. It's just the younger you are and the quicker you start it, better chances are out of it. So that's kind of why we chose to kick it off or start with IVF in this way. But that's kind of why we're doing it. So we, like I said, we started the process in January. So we went for an appointment at a fertility clinic. The first appointment was to kind of go over Wesley's side of things. So they made sure that he was infertile before they did everything. And this is good.
And then just kind of gave us a game plan from there. And then I went actually the next week and did my side of things. And since then we've gone, I don't know, 2 other times I think, or 3 other times, I can't remember, to do various testing. And we'll do another video where we talk about all the different appointments and what we've done. So all that to say, we were supposed to start, Wesley was supposed to have his procedure, which has to be done first. Let me look at the calendar so I can say for sure.
Which typically with IVF, I shouldn't say typically because I don't exactly know, but a lot of times the males don't have to have procedure, they just provide a sample. But in this case, with it being CF related, is the reason why they have to do that. And we'll have to have a procedure, and then Emily will have 2 procedures out of that. And we're going to UNC Fertility in Chapel Hill, or Raleigh area. The really main reason being is that my CF doctor is out of Chapel Hill, so they recommended us to them. It's still part of the same family there, And the doctor that is doing my procedure and everything has actually done a couple of studies and around CF patients with the exact same gene types I have. So to have somebody that specialized in it is absolutely amazing. It's very rare to have somebody outside of the CF world work so closely with CF patients and actually do studies on it itself. So that's why we're working with them and really.
And the clinics in Charlotte don't have a male doctor that does the male side of
Yeah,
things.
so they're saying they get sent even up to this doctor sometimes to be able to do that.
So we would have had to go up there anyway for his side of things and then do my stuff in Charlotte. So it just makes more sense to do it all together. So Wesley was supposed to have his procedure on March 26th. We got a call the Monday before that, and of course everyone knows about COVID-19. So we got a call the week before letting us know that it would be postponed. So because Wesley has to have his procedure first, and again, like I said, we'll go into all the details so this video is not 30 minutes long. Wesley has to have his procedure first before I can start my stuff because they want to make sure that it's successful. Because if not, it just opens up a whole thing. So anyway, Wesley's procedure was supposed to be March 26th. I was going to start my side of things on April 4th. We got a call the Monday before letting us know that it was no longer happening. So we got postponed to April 23rd, which was last week. We got a call the week before that letting us know that it is postponed again. So now our Wesley's procedure date tentatively is May 21st, which is 3 weeks away, which is exciting. And I will be starting my stuff 2 days later on the 23rd. We were told when we got this last notice that we were being postponed again, that kind of not to get our hopes up, that they really didn't know what May was going to look like yet. The last 2 times I knew it in my heart that we were going to be postponed. Before the first phone call, I just knew it. I wouldn't admit it, but I knew it was going to happen just because they were shutting down everything. This time I really feel good.
I do too.
And I feel like I wouldn't say that out loud if I didn't really feel like God was telling us it was going to happen. And I'm not going to say I don't know, I trust that. I just want to believe and I'm praying that it is, so I'm going to speak that it is because our words have power. And yeah, so I really feel like it's going to happen for us in 3 weeks, which is a lot sooner than I realized, which is good. It's definitely been a rough couple of months, as it has been for everyone. No one's had an easy time of this whole coronavirus thing. Everyone has been touched by it in some way, but it's just been hard in our situation to know that we don't really have control of the situation. Where for some people, we can't just go get pregnant. We have to go through this process, which is just hard to know that we're not in control of our bodies and our pregnancy. So it's just something that we've been working through, and we've had sad days and happy days and mad days and not mad days. But I really think we're both in a place of hopefulness instead of anger, which I think is a good place to be. So even though it hasn't always been that way, I really do feel hopeful that it will happen then. And then from there, it's kind of an up in the air process. So we will be filming videos as we go, documenting everything. But we just kind of wanted to let everyone know what we're doing, what's going on, so everyone's kind of on the same page. And just because we want to share what we're going through, and we want to, it's been fun to hear from other people who have gone through the same thing as us. And I think that people aren't always forthcoming with that information. So for us to be the first ones to be hey, this is what we're doing, then maybe people will come to us and share their stories, which I think would be really helpful for us too. So.
You feel awkward now?
No?
Oh, okay.
that's the ending to the video.
Oh, every time. All right.
Do you have anything to add?
The only thing I would add is that what Emily was saying with it being frustration of it being postponed and all of that. I think the first time it was a bummer. I think that was the hardest part. Then the second time, I think we still were hopeful for it to happen. But I think the thing that I've realized out of all of this too is that, we want this so bad, but we need to let go of it and let it out a little bit. That this really is this is a huge thing in our lives. So, this really is in God's hand and God's timing of all of it. That it might be convenient for us, but there's a bigger picture and a bigger plan to all of this as well. So I think that's been kind of the self-realization out of it, is just kind of remembering the big picture here, and that, it'll be our kid, but it's the kid bestowed on us to care for in the way too. So just more of that, but anyways, that's it.
Right.